2017 Nissan Rogue Sport AWD. With consumer appetite for crossovers seemingly unquenchable, manufacturers are working overtime to keep showrooms stocked. To help feed the demand, Nissan plucked the already successful Qashqai from its international product menu and prepped it for stateside duty as the Rogue Sport. Landing amid a host of subcompact crossovers including the Honda HR-V, the Toyota CHR, the Mazda CX-3, the Chevrolet Trax, and the Fiat 500X, the Rogue Sport shoulders in on the Nissan Juke's territory just in time for the Juke's departure at the end of the 2017 model year. Highs. Surprisingly taut chassis, understated styling, comfortable front seats. Lows. SLOW, rubbery CVT action, fuel economy not great. Brothers in small arms. Speaking of shoulders, interior space is just one area where the Rogue Sport excels over the Juke. Not only does it offer more front seat shoulder room, but ingress and egress is easier, and the quality of the seat upholstery is better. The Rogue Sport's exterior design offers a calm, reserved respite from the Juke's busily extroverted visage. Rear seat accommodations are deceptively spacious as well. Although too tight for cross-country travel by anyone older than age 7 or so, the backseat is acceptable for a pair of actual adults during short jaunts, as long as they don't mind tucking their toes beneath the front seats. The dash and switchgear are essentially the same as found in the Rogue, so Nissan aficionados will feel right at home. Unfortunately, the plastics in the lower console don't live up to the standards set by the materials in the seating and the upper dashboard. Other quibbles include the hard-to-reach bank of buttons for traction control and steering wheel heat, for example, that are located so far to the lower left of the dash that even seasoned owners will need to take their eyes off the road to find them. And the foot-operated parking brake had us reminiscing about our mom's 1974 Ford Country Squire station wagon. You'd think an electric parking brake would make the cut in a loaded, top-trim SL model like the one we tested. What's the buzz? Relying on a naturally aspirated 141 horsepower 2.0-liter inline-4 paired with a continuously variable automatic transmission, CVT, as the sole available powertrain. The Sport sets its sights on practicality, rather than segment-defining performance. Accordingly, the 10.0-second 0 to 60 mph run and 17.6-second quarter-mile time land near the bottom of a class known for languid acceleration. The Kia Soul Turbo with a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic is the segment hot rod, completing the same measures in 6.5 and 15.1 seconds. The Mazda CX-3 with a naturally aspirated 2.0-liter and a 6-speed auto required 8.1 and 16.3, and the Honda HR-V with a naturally aspirated 1.8-liter and a CVT clocked in at 9.5 and 17.4, need we say more? The Juke SL AWD got to 60 mph in less than 7.0 seconds. The Rogue Sport does out-hustle one competitor, Toyota's origami-themed CHR Micro Ute, which sauntered its way to 60 miles per hour in 11 seconds flat and completed the quarter in 18.4. While CVTs are largely a subjective matter, we tend to dislike them. Some buyers are oblivious. The unit in the Rogue Sport, which behaves like a traditional automatic by executing distinct shifts, does little to change preconceptions. Left to its own devices, and even with its shifting mimicry, the CVT exhibits the characteristic rubber band effect under heavy throttle. Toggling the shifter into its sport mode keeps the engine in the meat of its power band with surprising tenacity. Given that the 2.0-liter makes most of its power in the upper end of the tachometer, its 141 horsepower peak occurs at a relatively high 6,000 RPM. Maximum torque is 147 pounds-foot at 4,400 RPM. Stay in the throttle through the twisties, and it'll hold a gear until you reach a straightaway long enough that the only way to continue accelerating is to adjust the ratio. That's when things get less fun, as the CVT handles the ratio adjustment, or shift, with slippery indifference. You can call out the action manually via the shift lever. There are no shift paddles, but the sluggish result is essentially the same. Note to dieter clutch pedal devotees residing near our northern border, the Canada market Rogue Sport, which retains the Qashqai name, offers a 6-speed manual gearbox. The chassis, at least, holds up its end of the bargain, its balanced European breeding shining through. The steering is linear if not lively, and the little crossover rotated predictably on the more challenging sections of our local test loop despite lateral grip that topped out at 0.79 grams on our 300-foot skip-it. While less than jaw-dropping, this figure is in line with the Nissan's otherwise modest capabilities. It also delivers a reasonably compliant ride, and only the harshest impacts felt through the 225/45 R19 Bridgestone Ecopia H per liter tires warrant the use of expletives. Braking from 70 miles per hour required 180 feet.